right. I think I'm live now. Maybe. Okay. So I think there's a handful of you guys in here. Maybe 6 of you or so. Mute this so I don't hear myself over and over. So hey, good to see you all. Hopefully you enjoy watching me struggle today to remember how to do lighting in Unity, and probably learn new stuff. Because it's been 6 years since I opened this project, for the most part. I think I've opened it a couple times between the first time that I started drawing this and came up and wanted to build it the first time. But hey, everybody, hi. That's my wife in there, Stephanie. She's like the best wife in the whole world. So I'm a very lucky guy. So I've got this game that I'm making in front of you is like what I made as kind of um, my introduction to Unity a long time ago. I think I spent close to 1,000 hours coming up with what I wanted to actually build, and then figuring out how Unity worked and colliders and all that kind of stuff. But since I upgraded this, a lot of stuff is broken. Like since I upgraded it from Unity 2016 or whatever that is to 2023. And all this code is like 6 years old, so it's not, you're going to see some pretty ugly code. I wasn't that great of a developer 6 years ago. But today we're going to figure out how to, I'm going to try to figure out how to light my scene. As you can see right now, I have a light in my scene. It's a point light, but it doesn't really do anything. So if I change its intensity, you can see it doesn't really do anything to the scene. It should make the scene brighter or darker or whatever. So I'm going to figure out how to do that, and then figure out how to allow my player to interact with a light switch to turn the light on and off. So basically turn its intensity up and down through code, right? Because I've got some old light switch code that doesn't work anymore, so I'm going to have to alter it a little bit. You're seeing this old code that I made a long time ago that is no longer functional. And when I do stuff, it might be boring for a while I'm trying to learn it, but that's what we're going to try and figure out today. So I do have the asset for this, so I think the first thing I'm going to try to do is just put the asset on the screen. Remember how I can even do that, because it's been forever. And where it exists. I think it's in room objects. Yes, room objects. And I've got this light switch that I want to use in the scene. So just want to drop this in here. You can kind of see it down there. Right. Let me see if I can just move it over here to the wall. I have a feeling I'm forgetting something, so we'll see how this goes. I need to add a 2D box collider to this. So these box colliders do, if I remember this correctly, again, it's been 6 years since I've tried this, is they basically, they're like a collision boundary for your character and this element that you're creating. I'm going to click on something else that I know has a box collider, which is my character in my prefabs here. And make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, I don't think I am. So if I go back to my scene now, if you can see all this stuff over here on the left, if you see all this stuff over here on the left, it's kind of like my game assets. So all of this stuff I've created myself. Like I did the artwork. I made it all in Photoshop. For those of you guys that don't know, I was motion graphics, visual effects artist for a long time. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's like Earthbound. That's exactly the style I'm going for because I feel like what I want to get across is in this game is this kind of like childlike sense of mystery, right? I want it to feel like you're a kid again and you're experiencing the world for the first time. And I feel like Earthbound did a really good job with its style of pixel art of really bringing that across. So that's kind of what I want to do with this game, and it's kind of why I stuck with that Earthbound style, or I went with that Earthbound style rather. So we've got where are you? Got all my folders open here, scenes, except for scenes. Let me open a bedroom again. Cool. So I've got my light switch. I've got my box collider. I think the default box collider is probably okay. It is one size. And now I need to change my sprites, I think, to use a different material. And I'll explain kind of what I'm doing while I go through this. So let me pull up my prefab again, my prefabricated object here. And you can see that it has right here this kind of like material that you can use or that you set for it. And I can change that material, although I'm not going to pretend that I remember exactly how to change that material anymore. So we will figure it out together. And I've got to remember my, there we go. So I'm looking for sprite default lit, I think. Default lit. No, that's default line. That definitely is not going to work. Alright, we'll go back to sprite default for the moment. And I'll figure out how to get sprite default lit in there by watching a video, which if you guys didn't know, I learn plenty myself through videos, so I'm just using a Bracky's tutorial. If you've never seen Bracky's, he's got probably some of the best Unity tutorials, although he's stopped making his videos as of 2 years ago, I think. And so I'm just going to listen to this. I would play it for you. I'm happy to drop it in the chat if you guys want to know what I'm watching. But if I play it on here, YouTube might eventually get upset with me. So I'm going to listen to this and figure some things out. So basically the first thing I need to do is check to make sure that I have this universal render pipeline installed, which I have. And now I just need to set up my scene to be able to use the universal render pipeline so that my 2D sprites will be affected by point lights. So I'm going to figure that out now. Okay. Now, where did it automatically create this asset for me? That's maybe it's in packages. Okay. Assets. Oh, it just dropped it right in the assets folder. Okay. Well, that'll work. Um, so basically, what I need to do now is I've got this universal render pipeline asset that it's created for me. I've got to adjust it to work with 2D. It looks like maybe it's smart enough to do this now, so I might not actually need to do this, but we'll see. So as you can see, most of me learning is pretty boring, but you can ask as many questions as you want if you have any. default diffuse, font material. If I create a new element though, I'm sure it will spritelet default. But he doesn't like it. That's interesting. Let me see if there's some way to pull in this asset. I just need to create a new material. So let's go to. Do I have a materials folder? I don't think I have a materials folder. Let's create a materials folder. Create folder materials. And we'll create. Material. Spritelet default. Sprite. Work. Then if we go to back to old boy here. Here we go. This big. Nobody likes that either. What is he become? What is this thing in the corner now? That's so great. Okay. Oh, it's just a circle I put in here. That makes sense. Okay, cool. So that was that probably did work, and I just oops. I want that. I want my material. And to drop this in here. Okay, and I have a pretty easy way to check whether this is doing anything. Still not, unfortunately. I do still have my normal map. Maybe I should just use my normal map from forever ago. opens, click shader, and select. Alright, so I already got this. I don't actually, I want universal render pipeline 2D spritelit default, which I think is what I already had. Okay. Alright, so far so good. Let's see what I gotta. Going to have to change the material for everything. Now let's just see if this works for the character first. Okay. So we're getting somewhere now, maybe. Maybe. Point light 2D. It's always good when you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? Universal additional light data script. Where did they? Things have changed since 6 years ago. 3D or 2D point light. Unity 2022. Try this one. It's a little newer. What I'm watching now, for those of you still around, I'd love to just have it up and playing, but if I put it up and play it, then I'll eventually get in trouble with YouTube. You know, it just takes time. Yeah, I'll just do it anyway. Right, we've already hit this part. That's all I needed. What is it? Like one of these stupid things that is super easy, but son of okay. So apparently I just need to select an icon up here to make things work, which is wonderful. Cool. Okay. So now I need a 2D spotlight these days. Light, spotlight 2D. Great. There we go. Okay, first good thing so far. Got lights to affect our character. Took me way too long, but I don't know, half an hour is not terrible. If you listen to this video, this guy's got his audio all messed up. Although it's very useful. Okay, so from there I don't really need any more assistance. I'm just going to make this spotlight essentially work in the way. Oops, I need its radius to be larger. Here we go. I don't want that to be too big. Bring the intensity down to something reasonable. That looks reasonable. And then, actually, I need this to be a little bit bigger. Bring this down a little. Okay, so we've got a light. We can turn it on and off with its intensity. I need to get rid of the garbage that I don't need, which is this, that, and now I need to figure out how to tie this light to this light switch and have it turn on and off. So we've got these two prefabs. I have this old script that I wrote a very, very long time ago. So now I need to figure out how to affect that light. Okay. So this is pretty similar, you know, for all those people who are here from Salesforce world to Apex, but the style, I guess, or the syntax is a little bit different. So I think what I've got here at the moment is a switch that allows me to know whether or not the player is inside the boundary of this box collider that I've added to the light switch here. And if I am inside the box collider, then it's going to reach out and try to turn a light on or off. And I don't know what, I think light name is an input. Yeah, because it's a public variable. So let me name my light. I don't want this to just be light 2D. We'll call this bedroom light, something more unique, I guess. Actually, I'm going to put an underscore in here. I'm a fan of underscores. They typically make things less complicated. And then what I'm going to do is on this bedroom light, or sorry, this light switch, I'm going to call this bedroom light switch, like so. The next thing that we will add is this light switch script that I've written again a long time ago, so I have no idea whether it will work or not. The way that you can add scripts to your Unity components is just kind of, you know, I've got my light switch. I want to add essentially a component to it, so I've now got my script in there that I've dropped in. And I also have an old animator for this, I think, that switches the light from green to red. Let me see if I can find that. It would be in my animations. I'm sure I named it something that I'll never remember. UI animation, no, title screen, not those. Light switch. Oh, I actually did something smart for once. Okay, so we will drop in, we've got the animator, let's drop in the bedroom light switch animation in here. Assets. Why can I not select you? Oh, actually, I never mind. I know why I can't. I think I know why I can't select this. Animator controller, animation clip. I should be able to drop this in here though. I feel like it's been a hot minute, so let's just see if I can get the light to turn on and off before I do anything crazy here. Go to bedroom light switch. I'm going to enter in the light name. It's called bedroom light, like so. So when this script runs, make sure this will still work. You can see, right, that I have, I'm going to zoom in a little so you guys can see a little better here. You can see I've got a bunch of private variables and a handful of public variables, and or a couple public variables. So there's the public variable light name, public variable my anim, and you can see that those are represented here, right? So as long as in my Unity script I make it a public variable, when I drop my script onto a component, they're publicly, you know, I can essentially set them, right? Start is kind of like on render in Lightning Web Component world, and where actually update is like that, and then this is like I'm forgetting the other life cycle hook that I'm forgetting the name of for some reason right now. Then there are these other methods on trigger enter. So this is essentially when you're entering this 2D collider. And the game object is named player that's entering it, which if we start the scene up, I believe, yeah, I have a player getting rendered. So that's this guy here. And so once my player runs into the collider, then it's going to essentially note that it's inside the trigger. When it's not, it's going to say no, and then I'm going to change my light state, and I'm not a very big fan of this, this code I wrote, so I might refactor a little bit here in a minute. But if the light is on, it's going to turn the intensity of it down. If it's nothing, if it's not on, then it's going to turn the intensity back up to whatever its initial intensity was. Okay, so let's see if this actually just works. I don't know that it will, but I can't even reach the light switch. I need to move it. That's always good, right? I'll move him over here. And I actually want to kind of think I'm behind something. Or actually, I think I need to change the layer to let's just keep it. I'm going to keep it simple for the moment. I just want to see if this works. Then I'll come back to this and fix its layering problem. I think my player shouldn't run into a collider there, so let's save this. Start it. See if I can get down here and press it. Maybe. He's going to hit a collider there too. Too many colliders. See what my door collider is here. This is my hallway collider. That's what I'm trying to have my player exit into, which is it's not really in the right place anymore. Let me fix this. Change its Y rotation. Actually, maybe I'll just turn to be a trigger, not... There we go. What button am I supposed to click here? Light is a wall switch, alter its animator. Light name contains interact. That is not actually important. That just changes the animation. What am I missing here from this old thing? I have to do some debugging here in a minute. See what I've screwed up. So if you're just joining again, I am trying to light my sprites. I've gotten as far as to figuring out how to get my sprites lit. Now I'm trying to dynamically turn the light on and off. So now I need to kind of debug my code here. And earlier you guys saw me, I think, change this box glider to a trigger. If it's a trigger, then my other sprites are going to be able to run into this box collider. Right? They're going to be able to enter it. If it's not a trigger, then they won't be able to enter it. Like they'll just hit it and bounce off, or not be able to do anything. And I need it to be a trigger, right? So I know that they're inside of that boundary, not that they are, touching the boundary. Get button down action. I don't know what I set action to, and I don't remember anymore where to see the buttons. Set inputs. Edit project settings, input manager. Okay. Edit project settings. Oh, here it is, input manager. Action, name, action. Space button. Space button is my action button, okay. So when it's looking for action, it's looking for space. Now I need to debug whether I'm actually getting into this collider. So let's bring back this light switch script. Debug.log. Just say something like hitting the switch. So I don't really need my triple colon. I've got so used to it. And then I also want to know that we're in the collider. And I also want to know that I am the player. Hitting the switch inside. to admit an enormous amount of debug logs, but that's okay. So we'll bring up the console. There's no light attached to bedroom light game. Oh, okay. I should have looked at the log first. But a script is trying to access it. You probably need to add a light to the game. Okay. So I think it's because I need to look for light 2D, not light. Is my guess here. Where is that? Light 2D. I think is the type. Light 2D. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Too many characters. Too many characters in character literal. 44. What was that one? 44. That's interesting. We'll just see how this goes. Too many characters. Oh. That's because I used a single quote instead of double quotes like a genius. Too much JavaScript. Okay, that ought to clear it up, but we will see. Let's see. Okay, so light 2D is not what I'm looking for, so let me see what I am looking for. Find 2D light C#. Get component light 2D. That appears to be correct. So why am I? Oh. Create a new 2D light. Public light, 2D light. Okay, so I have to import a package that I am not porting. hopefully after I import this package, I won't have this problem. Maybe. Some of these files, as an API name that's changed, these can automatically be updated. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so instead of importing that package, it just wants me to declare this light a different way, which is interesting. I've gotta do this whole namespace traversal here. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm gonna clear this and see if this will compile now. Ah, there we go. Obviously, my whole room is not impacted by this light, but my character is, so I know that my lighting is working. So let's update the rest of the room to get impacted by this light. Got that there just freaking out. Okay, so let's go to our, not our grid, I don't need the grid. I need to go essentially to all of my sprites here and change them to sprite lit default. Okay, it's gonna look kind of ugly for a minute while I figure this out. Sprite lit default. There's nothing more fun than getting things to actually work. I'm telling you, it is super frustrating in the beginning, but man, it gets. Once you start building something and it actually starts to do what you want it to do, it's really not too much better. Too much better in my opinion, anyway. I need to delete that other material I made that was just a complete waste of time. And it was, but it wasn't. I guess I learned that I don't need to do that. Default. I don't need the colliders. Is there anything else in here? Bedroom light. Okay, no, I think we are okay here. Now I just need to adjust this light to not be quite so horrible. Wait. Oh, I have two bedroom lights. I don't need this one. I need this one. Let's make this just at 0. You get a little. Let's drop the intensity back to 1, but increase the outer radius a lot more. There we go. There it is. There we go. All right. So it took an hour to figure this out, but I think we're about to. All right, there we go. Now I don't want it to go all the way down, so I've got to adjust this to be less terrible. And I need to update my prefab here to sprite lit default. There we go. And I need to change this. Instead of my intensity dropping to nothing, maybe I drop it to like 0.4 and see how that goes. Where's my console? Yeah, my console's blowing up. Alright, let's get in here. There we go. There it is. Alright, now, because I've changed that, I broke my old not so spectacular switch. So I need to I have a initial intensity, so I need to change this and just say if found light intensity is I'm just gonna make a private final float off intensity and we'll make that 0.4f. And we'll say if it's greater than off intensity, and we'll do that. We'll set this equal to off intensity. Make things a little bit easier to manage here. And I also want to create a couple other final variables here. Private final string action button equals action. Change that here. I want to put some of these in some kind of utility eventually, but we'll stick with that. Private final string, and we want player equals player. Let's put him in here. And I don't like this light contains interact. I think I'm going to make a public boolean that makes it a. So I'm going to put my public variables in the same place as well. Public. And my regular private variables I'm going to put here. And my final variables I'm going to put there. That looks a little better. So I'm going to make another public bool enter animated. I'll make it just say animated light. That's a little bit better in my opinion. So that way I don't have to remember to look or to name my light. just say if it's an animated light, then do this, etc. And my anim set pull light on. So you can kind of see this is basically doing the same thing. So I'm going to make a function for this. Just say void animate light. And I'm going to drop this. I'm going to grab this, drop it in here, and just call animate light from here. Oops. I want this comment to be down here so I know what the heck I'm talking about. And we have saved ourselves 4 lines of code. Cool. I need to, I actually need to pass in this boolean though. Bool light on, and we'll pass in true, and we'll pass in false here, and I have saved myself some more lines of code. Awesome. And let me do one more final variable here. Private final string light animator variable equals light on. We will change you to that. Cool. All right, not looking horrible. There's still some things I would potentially change. Well, I do need to set that, don't I? There's a private variable up here, light on, that I'm depending on. But I don't necessarily actually need this though. I could just say if found light dot intensity is greater than off intensity, then do that. Otherwise, do this. Yeah. Much better. I can get rid of this boolean because I don't need it. Light is on, turn it off. Light is off, turn it on. Yeah. So I can also found light intensity is greater than, yeah, I can drop this as well. I love refactoring code. All right. I think I've deleted about half of this at this point. Maybe not half. We're getting somewhere. All right. Cool. And this space is going to bother me. So I'm going to change that. And now let's see if this still works after I refactored it. Or if I've broken something, which is totally possible. Invalid token float in class record or struct on line 21. read only. Sealed. That's what it is. Okay. So instead, I'm using sealed here. Sealed is C# final, I guess. This is the modifier sealed is not valid for this item. Maybe that's only for the for methods. Read only. We'll figure it out maybe sometime. Read only. Everything's the same, just with different words. So instead of final, it is read only. The name light on does not exist in the current context line 31. 31, yeah. I don't need to set this anymore because it doesn't matter. Cool. All right. Any more compile errors? Looking good. Looking real good. So let's play this, see if my refactor code is working or if it's broken. Still working. Magical. Alright, now I'm going to see if I can get this animator to work again on this light. So I did a long time ago make a light switch animator, but it doesn't really like it. I don't think this is the animator though. But let me just check that with my prefabs. It's been a long time since I worked on animators, so yeah, that is the animator icon. So why will it not let me drop the animator into my script here? Is the question. It doesn't like that. I do want this to be an animated light. Hmm. I don't like this name though. Light animator. I assume this does have the. Check this animator. Make sure there's not a problem with it. It has been, like I said, a long time. So these animators are basically what allow your elements to change in Unity. And I've created this again very, very, very long time ago. I've created this animator that has essentially a condition that I can set, which you can kind of see I'm accessing here, light animator.set boolean, and the name of the boolean is light on, this variable here, which you can see is represented here as light on, light off. But why can't I place my animator into my script? That I don't. Oh, you know what? I think I'm just you know, not smart. I'm pretty sure all I have to do is actually add the animator to my element first. There we go. And I think I need to change any of these settings here. And then I need to, now I can select it. There we go. I'm going to put the animator above the script if it'll let me, because it really doesn't matter what the order is at the moment. Okay, let's see if this changes my animator. So basically what this should do, the way I set it up a long time ago, is this should change it from a green light to a red light when it gets hit. So we'll see if that still works. It did change to red. You can kind of see that, which is cool. Green, red. Looking good. Now there's one other thing that I wanted to do here, and that's add a light to my lava lamp over here, and then add the animator back to the lava lamp if I can't remember how to do that. I feel like I had to remove this from this tile map grid before to make this happen and make this work, but again, it's been 6 years since I've done this, so we'll find out if I'm right or wrong here. Okay, so I know I do have a very old animation for this somewhere, but I did not. Oh, here it is. Here we go. I just want to look at this because I haven't looked at it in a long time. Cool. It's a really simple animation. Basically, if we look at the actual motion of the animation, let me drop it in here. Lava lamp. Where are you, lava lamp? Lava lamp. Let's drop in your animator here. I do want it to always animate. Oh, you can see it's already started off a little different, which is a good sign. I also want to place a light on my lava lamp. So I'm going to create a new light, and I'm going to make this a spotlight. I think this would probably be more of a spotlight type situation. I'm going to bring its intensity down quite a bit, and its radius, so let's bring its intensity down to like, yeah, that's decent. I was thinking 0.75, but 0.76 is pretty much the same. We'll make the inner a little bigger, the outer just a little bit bigger. I think I'm going to bring this intensity down to like 0.6 actually. And cool, I want to see if there's like some way to spread this. Fall off. There we go. There we go. So that way it looks a little bit better. I mean, I'm gonna have to adjust all this lighting a lot more in add normal maps eventually. But that is for another time. Let me grab my light script again. Light switch. I do not. Oh, I don't want that on the light. I want that on the lava lamp. So let me select my lava lamp. Drop the light switch onto the lava lamp here. Maybe. Come on. There we go. And we'll drop this down. And the name of the light that we have added, I need to change it to lava lamp light. And there, I'm going to grab this so I don't lose it. And we'll go back to lava lamp. And drop it in here. And it is an animated light, but not in the sense that I want it to change when I click it. So I'm not going to mess with that at all. And I think, you know, one thing that I didn't do, I initially had this intensity preset, but I don't think I like that anymore, this off intensity here. I think I want to make that a public boolean so that I can kind of change the off intensity based on the light that I'm turning on and off. So I'm going to say public float off intensity. And I'm going to do it like this. Like so. And then I'm going to change this. There's not a ton of places I need to alter here, but I think that ought to do it. Let me just, yeah, good. So let's save this. Make sure it compiles all right. And now that we got this nice, cool. It compiled pretty good. So now that we've got that set up, I'm going to do like 0.0f, 0.04, and then I'm going to go back to my other light, my bedroom light switch, and make its off intensity 0.04. But the lava lamp, I actually want to go to 0. If I turn off my lava lamp, I don't think it should affect anything anymore. Or maybe it can go to like 0.1. Okay, so let's see if this actually works. That light still works, and now my lava lamp's still doing its thing over there, which is cool. See if I can actually hit my lava lamp now. I don't have a collider on my lava lamp. That's actually my issue. So let me, forgot to set that guy up, and this will not work without my collider. I don't think I have a collider here. No, I don't. So we will add a component. We want a box collider 2D, and we want it to be a trigger because we want our character to be able to walk into that collider. And I think my collider is gigantic for some reason. Oh my god, it's huge. So I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna add it my collider. I defaulted it to like Gigantamax Express over here. That ought to do it. I'm gonna drop this a little. Too much though. Okay, so box collider exists, which is good. Put it above my light switch here, and then let's start this up and see if we can actually interact with it. Okay, so the lava lamp. Now I can turn it on and off. Great. Awesome. The animation is not working on the lava lamp, so I'll have to see what I broke there. I do have the animator on here. So my lava lamp animation. Let's see if I can bring that up. The lava lamp animation that I haven't looked at in a very, very, very long time. Let's go to the scene, to the game, so I can kind of look at this. It's really not changing, but it should be changing. Oh, it's saying that the, oh, I've got missing sprites. Which is not good. That is my problem. See if I can find my lava lamp sprites. Art. There are my lava lamp sprites. So why? I think it's because I don't have a sprite sheet for the lava lamp anymore. Okay, it's been a long time since I've done. Let's see if I have these anywhere else that I am just missing before I do anything here. Furniture tiles. Yeah, no, I don't. So, okay. Let me see if it'll just let me pull this out of my room objects and animate it. I don't remember if I can get away with this or not, but we'll see. Let me turn my mic volume up a little bit. It's a little lower than I think it initially was. Hello? Hi? Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, so, let's see if I can just drag this up here. Associate, I don't. I'm gonna have to remind myself how to do this, I think, because I don't remember it. I'm sure I have this sprite sheet laying around somewhere, but I don't remember where. All right, let's go to animations again. Go back to lava lamp. Okay, so I am going to go back to the good old internet here and remind myself really quick how to do the animations. Create animations. Unity. Oops, actually, I don't want to be more specific here. There we go. me see if I still have this laying around. Bedroom art. Huh. I've just lost. I have lost my lava lamp animation. Oh well, that's something we can get back to. I think for now. Actually, I just want to remember how to do it. Let's just go into it, figure out how to do these sprite animations again. 2022. This Chris's tutorials are okay. So obviously, a good deal of my my learning is boring. Watching videos, doing exciting things. Hey, how's it going, man? Glad to see you. Right now, we're figuring out how to fix my old animations. Yeah, feel free to ask it. I'm open to whatever questions you got. Yeah. Tell me more about Salesforce development life. Yeah, so confidence. I mean, let me just put it this way. A lot of people ask me, they can't get my they're not interested in learning new things, and they struggle to be better developers, etc. And my suggestion is to do, what I'm doing right now. Right, you have to find something that interests you, and then start building it. Right, so um, if you're doing a trailhead, it's interesting because you want to get the points or whatever, but there's not a lot in reality that you learn from trailheads. You learn from building the things that are interesting to you. So this is what's interesting to me, which is why, I'm doing this, because I need something that to build that actually is really genuinely interesting to me. And I think for everybody, when you're learning something, a new language, it doesn't really matter, whatever it is, you want to find something that interests you and build that thing, right? You may or may not actually get to the completion of the thing. Maybe you get bored of it halfway through and you stop. It is what it is. But even if you get halfway to your goal or a quarter of the way to your goal, because of your interest you have in what you're building, you're going to learn more that will allow you to get better and better and better, right? So my suggestion is, if you're lacking confidence or interest or whatever, is to really think like, what would be cool? And it doesn't have to be a practical use case for the platform, right? It doesn't have to be some sales cloud garbage. It can be, if you have a favorite game, like, one of my favorite games is Halo. It has an API that I can integrate with. One of my first things that I did in Salesforce was integrate with the Halo API and bring in Halo stats, and then create my own kind of interface that I built to look at my Halo information inside Salesforce. So I'd say just pick something that is interesting to you and build that, and you'll start to become better quicker because you want to build the thing instead of just building to, just to, for the sake of getting better, I guess. It's hard to build just for the sake of getting better. But anyway, hopefully that gives you, maybe an idea of where to go from there. Maybe. But feel free to keep asking me questions, by all means. Okay, so back over here, Mr. Lava Lamp that has a problem. Yeah, it's tricky, man, That's how I learned Salesforce. I picked some junk. It's how I've learned every development language. I've picked something that has really interested me, and then I have built it. And that has made me better for it. And once you get on a project, a real development project with real timelines, deadlines, whatever, personally, I like to turn it into a game. Can I build something in the time frame that I've been given, which is not the easiest thing to do sometimes. What did he do? I missed it. Sprite renderer. Oh, I don't have a sprite renderer. I have a tile renderer. That's my problem. See, I was right. I need to remove this and re-add it as a regular element. F1 detail that I was making. Oh, when I get stuck, I think I've been stuck about 6 times tonight. At least. Really, it's just sheer determination. There's always a way to do it. Like that, there's always a way to do it, right? So, and I know that, and you probably know that, and anybody else that's doing something like this, they know it too. So, you just have to look at the problem and be determined to not let it defeat you, right? Um, there's been a couple times tonight where I've just sat here for 20 minutes, or I don't know if it's been that long, but 10 minutes, and not knowing what the hell I was doing, and then I figured it out. But um, you you really just gotta not give up, and it's, again, the more you want to build something, the more you're unwilling to let go, or not give up. And that's again why I kind of turn my projects into games too. I know that the more successful my project is, the more successful um, I will be, right? Like, if I continuously have successful, high performing projects, then my return is better for it, through salary, compensation, whatever. So I just kind of think, I could give up and be like most people, or I can power through it, figure it out, ask 20 other people, how do I do this if I really can't figure it out. I go to SFXD, the Discord channel, or other places, and find the answer at all costs, essentially, is my is my situation. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it is kind of like the whole David Goggins mindset. Although I think he's a little wilder than I might suggest. But I just have this need to see the end result, so I keep going no matter what. And the thing is, every time that you figure out the small little stupid thing that's blocking you, it's now a new tool that is not going to prevent you any longer, and it's going to make you look like an even better developer going forward, because everybody else is going to get stuck at that at some point. I mean, you're going to run into it again, and you're going to know the answer, right, where nobody else is. So you just got to look at it like it's increasing your value. It's something interesting, even when maybe it's not the most interesting thing. And you know, with everything you find out, it's a new tool to add to your own tool belt. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes you gotta hear these things from other people. Um, but yeah, man, uh, it can be painful for sure. Let's see here. Okay, so I've got to make this lava lamp a new element and get it out of this thing. So let me remember how to do this. I need to create a 2D sprite. Actually, I think I can just pull it out of that sprite sheet. No problem, man. Enjoy your debugging sessions. Have fun. Good luck. What am I thinking of here? Bedroom. Room objects. This one. So I need this lava lamp to disappear, and this lava lamp to now exist wherever it went. Oh, it looks kind of ugly. Maybe that's just because it's in the dark here. Yeah, just because it's in the dark. Good. Oh boy. There we go. I need to relayer this though. I don't layer default. Sort order top left. This is lava lamp. It's been a long time since I've done this. Too long. I feel like there was just a number that I could set, like 1, 2, order and layer, there, order and layer, there it is, there it is. Okay, 2 maybe. Nope, I don't like that. Goodness. Okay, likes 20. There must be a lot of 10. Okay, where's my bed table? Bed table's 8. That's why. So I need my number to be 9, and then it works. There we go. Cool. Perfect. Now I should be able to add my script back. Script. And add my light script. Where the heck did you go? Light switch. Mr. Light switch here. I should be able to add my animation back. Which I think was here. Let me make sure I didn't like ruin this. I don't think I ruined it. Okay. And I need to set that back up though. The light switch, the light name is lava lamp light. It is not an animated light. Its off intensity was 0.11. And let's see what we get here. Let me see if I have this selected and I bring up the lava light animation. Ah, there we go. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. I'm missing a frame now, I think. But that's okay. I think we are... Yeah. Cool. I don't want my scale to be massive, so that's good. I did miss... Oh, I didn't put the box collider back on my lava lamp. Gotta add the box collider. lighter. And we'll make it a trigger, and we need to actually see it. Scene. You know, it actually did a good job, so I'm just going to leave it and see what's going on. Lava lamp is moving again. I can turn it on and off. I do need a way to actually turn the lava lamp animation off. Kind of love that. What is this light though? Lava lamp light. I like the intensity. I don't like. I wonder if I need it to not be a spot. Be more like. I don't really like that. I'll just need to adjust the lighting a different way, I think. Okay, cool. And so I think we've got most of the lighting working now. Light on, light off. But I do want to have a better way to turn these animations on and off. So let me think about how we can do that in a more, I guess, robust way. So right now, we know that the light is animated. But we're specifically setting this. So I think all we really need to do is say public string light animator variable, so we know which one to set, just in case we change it to anything else. And that way it doesn't have to be the same name for every light, and we have to know this. We can change this animator variable if we want to. Let's go ahead and do that, and then back over here. We need to go to the bedroom light. I think I actually want to change. I want to change the bedroom light from a spot to a global light. That makes more sense, I think, for it. And I need to change the bedroom light switch and update its now public variable to light on here. And now I need to go to the lava lamp animator and give it a behavior. Or transition. I don't remember how to do this anymore. What did I do in my... Oh, what was that animation that I did this in? Yeah, the light switch. So light off. Transition. I don't remember how to add a transition. figure that out and remind myself. Animator controller. Unity add. Again, transitions. Transition to animator controller. Packed? I don't know what. I was looking for a pack tutorial. Transitions define only. Yeah, you can set up a transition to occur only when conditions are true. Specify values of parameters in the animator controller. For example, your character might have a patrolling or to give transitions a name. But where do is this my transition? This must be my. Let's just. How was this made? Actually, I need to specify Unity. It's been too long. Yeah. Support him. I might eventually. I'll need a blend tree. So I need another state. And we'll call this lamp off. And connect them. Parameter does not exist in this controller. What am I screwing up here? Okay. Oh man, it's been a long time. Okay, so basically I'm just creating a Boolean variable to turn my light on and off. And I think I just need to say we need to move to this condition when turn on is true. I want this to be, wouldn't this be in, yeah, I want it to go this way. And then I would add a condition here to say turn on is false. Cool. So that'll allow me to turn the animation on or off. And let me go to my lava lamp now. Actually, what did I make this? I named it turn on. I go to lava lamp. I can check that it's an animated light. Turn on. That really should be turn off. And I have my animator here, so I'm going to add it, my lava lamp as my parameter. And then we're going to go back to the game and see if this actually works. So it's animating. Did it stop? It didn't stop. And that is probably because of something I did. I mean, it's definitely because of something I did. So my light switch took the lava lamp animator. Lava lamp light. Maybe I am doing this a different way. So if light intensity is greater than off intensity, then I need this to be false, and I need to set this. So I'm setting the turn on variable. Maybe I just broke this. Let me see if it works for. See if it works for this guy still. That one still works. It changes from green to red. So I've just got something I've screwed up here, which I think I know my problem actually. So let's see if I go to my animator here. Oh my goodness. Huh. You gotta like it when you don't know how to spell. This has this animation of lava lamp. But I think I need some motion here too. So let's, yeah. I need to create a new animation because, you know, that's important. And we will call this lava lamp off. We'll open up an animation and we'll just want to this anymore. How do I add to my animation? I need to go to Great.
Let's simply click and drag them into our animation window. And right away we can see that 4 keyframes has been added. We can also see that if I hit play, the animation plays. Select one of them, we can see a preview in the bottom right here. Of course it's pretty tiny, but if I go ahead and move through the images, we can see that they are indeed animating our character. So let's try and select all 4 sprites, and let's simply click and drag them into our animation window.
Okay. So I need to get my sprite, which was in here somewhere. Bedroom room objects. And I don't know what I have done here to screw this up. Let me just try and drop this animator onto or animation and component animation. Of course, it likes that. So animation here would just be this. And that's really all I need. So now if I open lava lamp off, it still doesn't have anything though. I totally forgot how to do this. Do, 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 do. Okay, alright, it's saved. So we've got our... Alright, I wasn't... It was just determined to confuse me. So let's see if this animation will work now that we've got it set up. Make sure this still works. Now it's not moving. I have done something wrong in this animation controller, so let me figure out exactly what that is. The original lava lamp animation should still be the same, I hope. Or not. Maybe I just need to make another. I don't have to do that for the. I don't have a prefab for the other light switch, so I'm not really sure what the heck I've done here. Lava lamp off needs. Wait, did that? Okay, so it kind of worked. No, it didn't. Okay, all right. So something is working, but not. Something in my script is messed up. Okay. Okay. Why is my light animator? Hey Matt, can't believe I joined so late. Saw your post about this. Can't wait to follow. Learn. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad you're here. And you know, I can't say it's the most exciting thing, but it's been fun. I've been struggling to get lighting to work, but it is mostly working. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to turn off this lava lamps animation and what I have screwed up here. So found light intensity is greater than off intensity. Let me just debug this. worked. No. Is it gonna turn back on or? So, last time it was a reverse problem. Hang on. Nothing. Oh god. Nothing. So it's having trouble. Oh, I didn't. I know what the problem is. I did not put this. I need a connector. I need a transition here back to here, and this should transition there if turn on is true. You know, you just have to make not stupid decisions. I guess that's the answer to most of my problems. Awesome. So I finished the animation and stopped. I turn it back on, it goes right back. Cool. Now my animation is still not quite right there. I'm missing a keyframe or something. Let me go back to my lava lamp animation and my lava lamp. Come on, Unity. So this starting frame is incorrect. And I think that's because I screwed up earlier. Yeah. So I need this to not be this and instead be this one. Yeah. So now it'll start at the bottom and go up and then down and then back. Yeah. Okay, that will hopefully work. We're gonna find out together. Yeah, there we go. That's a lava lamp. It's gonna finish its animation and be done. Perfect. And if I turn it back on, it's gonna start again. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, I am going to. I've been pulling the code up while we've been, you know, making it. I don't know that I'm gonna open source this, but I've been going through and kind of refactoring this, and I show it when I'm, walking through it. But basically, all I'm using is Unity and then Visual Studio Code, or not Visual Studio Code, actual regular Visual Studio to do the work here, and then I am using Photoshop for all of the pixel art graphics that I've been creating. And then I'm using a program called Tiled to do the tile mapping for like the rooms, to make that a little bit easier, because it's a little simpler to do it that way instead of in Unity, at least in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Not using any other tools outside of that. But I think, guys, we have got a lighting script that works pretty well now. So, I think tomorrow I'm gonna take a break for now, even though I want to stay up all night. And tomorrow I'll probably work on animations into new scenes. Oh my gosh, this guy's freaking out over here. I'll probably work on animations into. Oh boy, I don't know what that is, but you gotta like that. Oh, I know what that is. That's screwed up my animator script. Yeah, walking into new rooms, and then maybe maybe I'll draw some of my first town that I started making a long time ago and I hadn't finished. Anyway. Oh no, you know what? I'll do new rooms and then the enemy script that was real trash but worked. See if I can get that to work again and make it a lot better. Anyway, alright, I think that's it for tonight. I'll probably do another one of these tomorrow night for several hours as well, because that enemy script is going to be fun to build. Like, real fun. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching me learn and screw up many times. Many times. This is not my specialty, obviously. And, you know, I hope you'll be here for the next one too, because it's been fun. Anyway, that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow night, maybe.